This is Jarrod Horak, and in this horse racing video, I will analyze the $250,000 Withers Stakes at Aqueduct on Saturday, February 1st. And this is a Kentucky Derby 2025 points race. And through 15 races on my Road to the Derby video series, my top choices have 4 wins, 2 runner-up finishes, and a show finish. Actually, 2 of my top choices scratched in these points races, so I'm officially 4 for 13. And I am also covering the Holy Bull and Robert Lewis Stakes on the Road to the Derby video series this week, and the Forward Gal and the Las Virgenes on the Road to the Kentucky Oaks video series. And I am 7 for 13 on the Road to the Oaks. So stay tuned this week for those videos later in the week. And I am offering full card analysis for the February 1st Holy Bull Stakes Day program at Gulfstream, and that 12 race full card will be available later this week at the runawayhorse.com on my sales page. And I will include extensive analysis and wagering strategies for all 12 races at Gulfstream on February 1st. And I also cover Santa Anita full cards each day that they run. And speaking of Santa Anita, I had a big day with my full card on Saturday, January 25th. The full card highlights are on the screen now. And I tabbed multiple winning wagers that day, including the $5 late double, the $3 late pick 3, and the late pick 4 and the late pick 5 as well. Now, I always include my full card highlights as part of my weekly Santa Anita Park reports at the runawayhorse.com on my Santa Anita page. And I posted the weekly report for January 23rd through 26th earlier today. You can read that if you're interested, and I will include in the description in this video a link to that article. Now, the early weather forecast for the Withers Day: partly cloudy skies with a high temperature of 36. And the Withers Stakes has been around a long time, since 1874. It had been run as a Grade 3 recently, but did lose its graded status in 2025. But it still awards Kentucky Derby points to the top 5 finishers: 20 points for the win, 10 for second, 6 for third, 4 for fourth, and 2 for finishing 5th. Now, last year in the Withers, we had a Parks shipper, Uncle Heavy, win the race for trainer Robert Reed, and he has another horse coming in from Parks this year, Global Steve. Brad Cox in 2023 won the Withers with Hit Show, and Hit Show has turned into a decent older horse. In the handicap division, he won 3 graded races last year, and then he won the Grade 3 Louisiana Stakes at Fairgrounds earlier this year, and their goal is to make him a Grade 1 winner in 2025. For this year in the Withers, Brad Cox has Uncle Jim. Now, Manny Franco guided home the Withers Stakes winner in 2015, 2016, and 2023, and this year he's going to ride Captain Cook for trainer Rick Dutrow. The last 27 races run at 1 1/8 at Aqueduct. 9 of those races were won by the front runner. So 33% of the time, front runners have been winning 1 1/8 races at Aqueduct. Now we're going to meet the field for the 2025 Withers, and then after we meet the field, I will give out my contenders from last to first. And the Withers is going to be the 7th race at Aqueduct, Saturday, February 1st, 2025. The $250,000 Withers for 3-year-olds, 1 1/8 on the main track, scheduled post time, 3:46 p.m. Eastern. Global Steve is number 1, Robert Reed, Michael Sanchez, and Sanchez was aboard both times that he ran. Number 2 in here, Surfside Moon. This one coming in off of a turf race, and he hasn't run since last October at Aqueduct, so he's going to be switching surfaces. Corvus is number 3, and this one exits a distant runner-up finish in a New York-bred optional claiming race. Number 4 is Uncle Jim for trainer Brad Cox. Jose Lezcano is going to ride. This is the son of City of Light. They paid $240,000 for him. He's run 2 times with a win and a 3rd place finish. Mode Quality, your runner-up in the Smarty Jones Stakes last time out for trainer Christopher Davis. Kendrick Carmouche is going to ride. He's number 5. Number 6, Captain Cook for Rick Dutrow. Romping maiden win in the slop last time out. Manny Franco aboard. Number 7, Omaha. He was 2nd in the Jerome Stakes last time out, rallying from last place that day, and he will try to get involved late in this event. Now it's time to do the Withers from last to first, and the horse that I picked to finish 7th and last is number 2, Surfside Moon. Now, he stretched out after 2 sprints, and he broke his maiden in a turf route at Delaware, and that was last summer. And then in his last 2 starts, he was 5th in a 9-horse field in the Laurel Futurity. That race was off the turf. And then he was 6th in an 8-horse field in the Awad Stakes at 1 1/16 on turf. So switching over to the dirt course, he's going to have to definitely get faster to compete with this group. The horse that I picked to finish 6th is Corvus, and he's number 3 in here, and he defeated New York bred Maiden Special Weight Company at 1 mile on dirt in his 4th career start, and he was the betting favorite that day in October. Now, he broke slow and he finished 4th in a 5-horse field versus Open Company. That was on December 6th. And then he was beaten a dozen lengths in a runner-up finish. He was 23-1 against state-bred optional claiming foes at 1 mile on January 2nd. So he's another one that's going to have to up his game in this spot. The horse that I picked to finish 5th is the 7 Omaha. And he does look like the best late runner in this field. Now, he improved his speed ratings in all 5 starts. And he won back-to-back races in October and November, and then he rallied from last of 7 to finish 2nd in the Jerome Stakes on January 4th. I think he can rally for a share in this spot if he gets an honest pace to chase. We'll have to see how the pace scenario does play out in here. The horse that I picked to finish 4th, number 4, Uncle Jim, and he was the favorite in his 7-furlong debut at Keeneland, and that race was last fall, and he rallied from 8th in an 11-horse field, and he won that race by 3 lengths. And then he raced for purse money only in an optional claiming race at Aqueduct on December 6th. And he chased a loose front runner that day, and that loose front runner was Cyclone State. And Cyclone State ended up winning that race, and Uncle Jim was a clear 3rd. Now, Cyclone State and Icon, they finished in front of him last time out, and they both returned to finish 1st and 3rd in the Jerome Stakes on January 4th. So for Uncle Jim, he'll probably stalk the pace in here. The horse that I picked to finish 3rd is number 1, Global Steve, and he won both of his 7-furlong starts as the favorite at Parks. Now, he stalked and he just romped in his debut, and then he won the Future Stars Stakes in the Slop on December 30th. Now, last time he did beat Crab Daddy, and Crab Daddy did come back and finish 2nd in the Spectacular Bid Stakes at Laurel Park on January 25th. So Robert Reed, the winning trainer in this race last year, 30% with his first route starters. And the 3rd dam for this horse, Passion Flower, did win a listed dirt route stakes race at Del Mar for Ron McAnally in 1998. So there is some class in the pedigree. Global Steve's done nothing wrong so far. And let's see how he handles the ship from Parks to Aqueduct. The horse that I picked to finish 2nd is number 6, Captain Cook. Now, he was 9-2 when he debuted at 6 furlongs at Churchill Downs last fall. And he broke 11th in a 12-horse field, and he ended up finishing 6th, so he split the field that day. And then he was 1-2 in a maiden special weight 7-furlong race at Aqueduct. That was on December 28th, and that race was in the Slop, and he chased the pace outside, and then he romped that day. He was able to open up, and he won by 9 lengths. So Rick Dutrow does show a profit with his first route starters, and he also has good stats with his non-graded stake starters and his 2nd after a layoff runners. And Manny Franco does stick with this one. He's 3 for 9 with this trainer recently. He should definitely be up on the pace. Now, the dam here, Pow Wow Wow, was 3rd in the Grade 2 Forward Gal Stakes in 2013. And the 3rd dam for this one is Birdtown. And Birdtown won the Grade 1 Kentucky Oaks and Grade 1 Acorn in 2003. Now, the horse that I pick on top in here is the horse that I picked on top in the Smarty Jones Stakes, and that's number 5, Mo Quality. And for this one, he was 7-1. That was his 6.5 furlong debut at Keeneland in October, and that day he rallied from last in an 11-horse field, and he ended up finishing 2nd. And then he was 3-1 in a maiden special weight race at 6.5 furlongs at Churchill, 2nd time out, and that day he ended up breaking right up on top in post 10, and then he settled into a nice stalking spot, got clear in the stretch, broke his maiden by 1.5 lengths. So his trainer, Christopher Davis, he did show a profit with shippers and non-graded stake starters, and then this one stretched out after 2 sprint races, and then he stalked below par fractions, and he was wide throughout. That was a runner-up finish in the Smarty Jones last time out. So in that race, slow early, fast late event. And he did move up early, and he was pushing the pace. But Junior Alvarado, who rode him that day, he backed off. And that ended up being a mistake because of the 2nd interior fraction was 26.61 seconds. So they really slowed it down in the middle. And Mo Quality was very wide. He was stalking the pace. And overall, I thought he did well to finish 2nd, considering the race shape and his lost ground there as well. So the Smarty Jones Stakes show finisher was Kale's Angel, And that one did return to win the Renaissance Stakes at 6 furlongs on January 18th. And the horse that won the Smarty Jones Stakes was Coal Battle. And prior to the Smarty Jones, Coal Battle defeated Speed King in the Remington Springboard Mile earlier this year. And then Speed King came back and he wired the field in the Grade 3 $1 million Southwest Stakes at Oaklawn last weekend. So Coal Battle was a quality runner. Mo Quality ran a decent race. Kendrick Carmouche is his new rider. And this is a strong horse, a strong rider in route races with speed horses. So if he can get a horse out there, and I think he's going to get this one up on the pace, I'm looking for more aggressive handling on Saturday. He should be forwardly placed along with Captain Cook, and I think that Mo Quality can get the job done in this Withers Stakes. So that will wrap up my look at the Withers Stakes. And if you want a free pick each day, go to therunawayhorse.com and click on the Better Bets blog tab at the top of the homepage, and you'll get a free pick from around the country each day. And like, comment, share, and also subscribe to my channel. And until next time, good luck at the races.